Welcome back to Most Amazing Top 10. I'm Taylor McWaters. Here are the top 10 signals that were withheld from the public for your own protection. Part 2. Kicking off our list at number 10. 2020 Chime. Back on April 28th, 2020, not too long ago at all, the Canadian Hydrogen Intensity Mapping Experiment, or Chime for short, picked up a massive radio blast coming from the Milky Way. Yeah, long ways away. Past the Star Wars universe, past the Marvel universe. It's from over there. Here's the kicker. Assistant Professor of Physics at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, Kiyoshi Masui, they say that Chime wasn't even looking in the right direction and they still saw this signal loud and clear in their peripheral vision. Yeah, this caught Chime's eye and it certainly caught our attention. This FRB, fast radio burst, was pinned down to a location 30,000 light years away. I can't even fathom how far away that is. I can't even watch Interstellar without having a panic attack, okay? This is next level. This April 2020 burst is now the most energetic radio blast recorded, and it repeats itself roughly every 16 days. Yep, there's the kicker to the kicker. These bursts are mysterious and they're coming from worlds that we can't even see yet. Every one of these signals tells a story. The first ever recorded burst was, drumroll, number 9, 2007, first radio burst. That's right, back in 2007. Scientists Duncan Lorimer and David Narkovic, they both discovered the first FRB. The FRB, there we go. Thing is, these flashes of energy, they last milliseconds. They're galaxies away, they're extremely random. And they're also 100 times more powerful than that of the sun. So yeah, it's important to these two that further research was done. Good thing, eh? Or else this certainly wouldn't have gotten to part 2. I'll tell you that for free. Thanks, lads. Hit that thumbs up for those guys, not even me this time, just for them. The conclusion was that these bursts, they happen thousands of times a day. Space is unfathomably large. So far, the candidates for sending out these cosmic paparazzi flashes, so far scientists believe they're from neutron stars or white dwarfs. Otherwise, they're extremely mysterious, hence why we're still talking about them in part 2. Number 8, secret planet. All these galaxies, all these bursts, it's easy for us to dismiss because we don't get it. But what if they're coming from planets with habitable life, right? That's the main question we're all trying to answer. Earth is sending radio waves through space every single day. Right now, there's literal garbage just hovering above us in space. 40,000 pieces of space junk just casually whipping around our planet at 18,000 miles per hour. Every other planet litters too, right? It's not just us. In October 2021, the Netherlands LOFAR, their low frequency array, picked up signals from a planet located outside of our solar system. Dr. Benjamin Pope discovered these signals and believes there's a chance of life on other planets. Dr. Pope also says, quote, "We've long known that planets of our own solar system emit powerful radio waves as their magnetic fields interact with solar wind. But radio signals from planets outside of our solar system had yet to be picked up. This discovery is an important step for radio astronomy and could potentially lead to the discovery of planets throughout the galaxy." End quote. Yeah, I mean, I believe in aliens. I saw the movie Signs when I was like 7. I was convinced ever since. That birthday party scene, so scary. Yeah, dude. He walked by like 3 times, dude. Just keep going. Number 7, NASA UAP Division. At what point do we ask, is this real? I mean, we have UFOs whipping around on the news now. Are we leaning in? Are we laughing? Because I can't tell anymore, to be honest. Well, NASA is all but fun and games. They announced June 9th, 2022, so like 3 weeks ago, they announced that they were setting up an independent study specifically on these unidentified aerial phenomena. Yeah, we can't forget about these odd signals that the Navy's picking up here on our planet. Those are also important, right? Navy pilot Ryan Graves has said numerous times now, and to CBS, publicly, he said he would see these UAPs, UFOs, every single day. Like for example, another drum roll. Number 6, Jupiter's moon. Not to be confused with Jupiter Ascending, that was a terrible film. The Jupiter moon Ganymede is a bit more of a mystery, it seems. NASA's Juno spacecraft caught an FM radio signal coming from the giant's moon. Every time I say FM radio signal, I'm just like, it's like, what's up, Toronto? Like, I just think of like radio. My brain's so stupid. This moon has salty subsurface oceans. And in part 1, I mentioned a similar signal that was coming from Saturn, so I don't know, man. Oceans and space, I've seen the Avengers, you know what I mean? What if aliens come to our oceans next? Who's gonna fight them? The boardwalk water jetpack guy who can't figure it out, maybe? We're screwed. Jupiter has 79 moons, so whatever is sending these signals, I feel like there's more coming very soon. Number 5, whistle. That's not bad. If you can whistle, honestly, hats off. I've been trying for years, and my lips are too dry and weak. I have weak lips. This whistle, recorded in July 1997, was not like my whistle. It's not weak at all. And it certainly wasn't dry either, yeah. The thing with this mysterious signal is that it was only picked up by one hydrophone in our ocean, meaning that scientists now can't pinpoint its location, making this an unexplained sound/signal. Yep, again, another spooky one coming from on our planet. We love those. It came from somewhere in the Pacific Ocean. Yeah, somewhere. How calming is that? Here's the unidentified sound. Tell me what you think this is. The NOAA has compared the sound to volcanogenic sounds previously heard in the Marianas Volcanic Arc. I'm gonna say volcanic again. But again, we can't pinpoint the sound or signal at all because we need 3 hydrophones to do so, and this one was only picked up by 1. Hence mystery, hence fear, hence I'm never swimming in the ocean. Number 4, the train. This signal was given its name because, well, it sounds like a train. It's as simple as that sometimes. It was first recorded on March 5th, 1997. It sounds honestly like my PlayStation 4 when it fires up. It sounds like it's about to lift up and fly away. It sounds like a really loud fan in the distance. Check it out. Now, the leading theory as to what is making that sound is not a surprising one. So far, we think it's large icebergs grounding near Ross Sea and Cape Adare. Friendly reminder though that more than 80% of the ocean is undiscovered, so my only question is, what if it's not that? What if it's one of those Titan, ocean, other planet, moon signals, and it's a monster and it's gonna come eat our families? Number 3, the buzzer. Back in the 80s, a radio tower just north of Moscow began transmitting these random and, dare I say, creepy sounding beeps and bloops. Yeah, who knew a bleep and or a bloop could be scary? This channel, we've heard all the bloops. Cut to 1992, this sound began to change. That year, it suddenly switched to a buzzing sound. It was short and sweet. It would happen around 25 times a minute. This is odd because this strange routine would then be interrupted once every few weeks by a male voice, which would then be reciting a string of numbers and words randomly, like he was trying to reset the Winter Soldier or something like that. It was creepy. And to make things even more bizarre, in June 2010 and also in August of the same year, the station again changed, and now there were shuffling sounds and thuds, almost like somebody was moving around near a microphone. And then also there would be little snippets of the dance of the little swans from Swan Lake that would interrupt the broadcast. Yeah, the story gets creepier and creepier. It's like, oh, it's weird things. Oh, it's a buzzing. Oh, it's a guy's voice. Oh, it's Swan Lake? Unsubscribe. Number 2, Upsweep. This one is still unidentified, so sleep knowing that. Let's do it. Sound travels much faster underwater than it does in air, more than 4 times as fast, which is pretty sweet. It's how when you crack your knuckles underwater, you're like, oh, that was crazy. So when we hear these noises or these signals, one, they're incredibly loud, which is the most impressive aspect, but because sound travels so quickly, again, it's hard to pinpoint where these calls or signals are coming from in a massive, unexplored ocean. Upsweep is an unidentified sound that was heard throughout the entire Pacific Ocean, not just a little spot. Everyone heard this one. All the crabs were like, did you hear that too? He's like, yeah. I was like, what was that? That was crazy. When the Pacific Ocean Marine Environmental Laboratory fired up its sound surveillance system back in August 1991, these sounds were heard. See, unlike the sounds that we've covered so far or signals that have come from outer space, this one happens in real time. It's not sped up, it's not in the blink of an eye. It just sounds like this, real time, which is scarier. These upsweeping sounds last a few seconds for each ping, and the source was roughly located around the New Zealand and South America area, and it peaks around autumn and spring. So maybe it's just, you know, a monster tucking itself in for the winter. Maybe it's hibernating. Maybe it's waking back up in spring. Who knows? I'm trying to figure this thing out just like you. Our best guess is that it's an underwater volcano, but until it pops off, who knows? Fingers crossed. And finally, number 1, Slow Down. Not to be confused with Slow Ride. Although that is a great song. Jupiter Ascending, bad movie. Slow Ride, good song. We're learning things today. Slow Down was recorded on May 19th, 1997. It was picked up in the equatorial Pacific Ocean, just in the middle of nowhere, as you would have guessed. The NOAA picked it up not once, but several times every single year since. Our best guess as to what this sound is, or what this signal could be, is moving ice under Antarctica. Hopefully. But the fascinating part is that the sound decreases in frequency over time, which is a little odd. It takes about 7 minutes in total, so we can't include the entire clip or else you'd be pretty bored, but here's the one clip 16 times as fast, so you get what I'm talking about. Yeah, a little bit of a little odd there, right? Scientists believe that the sound is a massive iceberg scratching against the ocean floor over the course of 7 minutes until it came to a stop. But the fact that we hear this sound every year, That's the confusing part. That's why we're ending this list on that mysterious, I'm never swimming in the ocean fact. There you go. I've been your host, Taylor McWaters. Those are the top 10 signals that were withheld from the public for your own protection, part 2. Hopefully I'm back for part 3. Make it happen. Let's comment below. Hit that thumbs up. See you in a bit. Yeah, man, they're coming back. I can sense it. All right, let's do it. A nice quick one for us. Here's the kicker. Assistant Professor of Physics at the Massachusetts Institute, and David Narc, he's a narc, just casually whipping around our planet at 18, there's probably other planets with junk, right? Right? Almost went there, but I was committed, kept going. He walked by like 3 times, dude. He just kept going. I think I did that on like day 1 of Scary, and I was like, 2 years later, he's back with signs, still haunting. It's gotta be hard in the throat, I was gonna say. It's gotta be hard in the neck, throat, I don't know, we're cutting all this out, this is stupid. Oh, here we go, sorry. It's 17, sorry, I'm trying to like wrap that up. And it was picked up in the equatorial